Over the past few days, there have been a lot of movements in the transfer window with Real Madrid, and it's been just sales. It has not been incomings because the team's window is over. They say it's closed. No more signings are coming in. And as a fan of transfers and transfers coming into Real Madrid, I'm disappointed. But the team is stacked. We don't need any players. And this actually gets us to a problem in Real Madrid, which is the defense. Because we have Rudiger, Militao, and Vallejo. Now we've been mentioning this for multiple videos. Well, Tchouameni is also a centre-back, and Tchouameni is the third choice centre-back for the team, and therefore it makes our defense actually a bit stronger. It makes us less vulnerable as people would think. So going back to the movements in Real Madrid, so far Joan Martinez has just left for Real Valladolid, but Martin has also left. Now Martin is a player that I thought would make it into the first team. However, according to the board, he was set to leave and he is now by Real Valladolid. And good luck to those two players that are both leaving. Latasa is on a permanent, Martin is on a loan. And we all thought that Joan Martinez would be our fourth choice or fifth choice centre back. Turns out he got injured, an ACL injury. This hurts and people would say it's over for him, but actually, Real Madrid have just shown their faith in this player, and I love to see it. You love to see it. They are offering him a new contract until 2027, and I'm happy about this because he has no right to get a new contract. He hasn't done anything, but they've done this just to sweeten up his injury a bit by giving him some backing, and you love to see it. These are the things it just makes me happy as a football fan. But all of the things that have been happening for Real Madrid has led Jacobo Ramon to be in the first team. So where's this stemming from? La Liga have released the first team who has been registered for Real Madrid, and Jacobo Ramon is in that list. He's the only academy player to be in the first team and registered for La Liga. And he was registered as the number 31, which means he is officially a first team player. Now he's a good player from what I've seen. He still needs to work on a few things. He's 19 years of age, turning 20, and I would actually say that he's better than Joan Martinez. But that's because he's older, more experienced. He truly did impress in his match against Barcelona, came on as a sub, and he made some beautiful runs, beautiful tackles. Jacobo Ramon, I was impressed with what he was doing in that match. But at the end of the day, do not get your hopes up high. That is a mistake that many of us make with these academy talents. Getting your hopes up high for these academy talents that have not proven a single thing in the first team. And one of the craziest things that truly makes me think academy players cannot make it into the first team is Nico Paz. So Nico Paz, similar situation. He got registered last season. Got registered to the first team. He did play a few matches and he impressed. He scored a goal against Napoli in the Champions League, but then out of nowhere, one bad performance, and then he was dropped for the entire season. I can't make this up. So clearly they don't have much faith in academy players. So the amount of game time you saw Paz get, I think it's going to be less for Jacobo Ramon. Because remember, the midfield was full of injuries. The defense is also full of injuries this season. But I just think it's different. I think the pecking order is too huge. And I think he's barely going to play. That's just what I think. But overall, let's check actually how good he is. Because I think he's a decent ball player. He's not as good as Joan Martinez is at ball playing. But he's a decent passer. A decent tackler. I've watched a few academy highlights of him. He's strong. He reminds me of Rafa Marin in a way. Well, not fully, but I think he is a good enough player to start Copa del Rey matches. That's my honest opinion. I think that is his surface in this team. It's Copa del Rey matches, whether he starts, whether he's on the bench. I think that is his surface in this team. Because if Nico Paz couldn't make it into the first team, then I don't have a hope for him, because Nico Paz is super talented. one of the best academy players to come out of the academy, but he's leaving. Apparently he's set to leave, which I think is just crazy. This guy impressed so much in pre-season, and this just goes to show, this shows you, Real Madrid is the greatest team in the world. They're not Barcelona. They're not gonna develop youngsters because first of all, they don't have to. And another thing is, they have too many quality players to even give these academy players even a scratch at the first team. And nobody can argue with this because we just saw one of the most first team ready players ever, Mario Martinez, had one of the best pre-seasons I've ever seen a youngster have. And now he's being shipped to Valladolid for a loan deal. And I think this is so massive because if he impresses by Valladolid, which I know he's going to, we will then see him possibly be used for next season, which I'm happy for that. But you know, with Jacobo Ramon, I think he can be a success. It's not going to be at Real Madrid. It's probably going to be at another Spanish club or whatever. But this is just to tell you that academy players don't stand a chance in the first team. Especially after that Super Cup performance. The first team is just too stacked. It's full of quality. And that's just that. Another thing that proves it is the fact that Arda Güler is being on the bench. This guy starts in almost every team. That should tell you, this team is full of quality. And even though we're happy that Ramon is now registered to the first team, that doesn't mean that he's going to play. So that's it for now. What are your thoughts on this? But if you enjoyed, here's a new video. Peace out, subscribe, turn on notifications. See you.